We have to start off with a quick royal roundup because this story was not a shock to me, but it's something I had to share with you guys immediately. I said, you know what? Put it at the top of the show. Put it at the top of the show. I don't want to waste a minute. So apparently Meghan Markle, because her career is down in the gutter and in the doldrums, she has allegedly reached out to The View about being a guest or a guest host or having some kind of recurring position. And I think this is perfect, okay? I think The View is the perfect show for Meghan Markle because it's a bunch of women sitting around complaining who are out of touch with reality and have nothing going on and no talent. So I actually think this is perfect for Meghan Markle. She would be amazing on The View. She would be great. She would be fantastic. She can't be any worse. She cannot be worse than Joy Behar, Alyssa Farah Griffin, who are these other slores on The View? I'm trying to remember. Whoopi Goldberg, Sarah Haynes, Sunny Hostin. Oh my God. Sunny Hostin, let me just tell you. I think if Meghan Markle joins The View, Sunny Hostin is going to be pissed. Okay? If another half black woman joins The View, Sunny Hostin's going to be upset. Sunny Hostin is not going to be happy if Meghan Markle comes in there, but I do think The View would be a perfect show for Meghan Markle because she really doesn't have much going on. And these women who sit around on The View, they're so out of touch, right? They like to come on TV. Of course, The View is on ABC, which is owned by Disney. They come on TV and they basically tell you Trump is a dictator. He's a threat to democracy. The country was going to come to an end if he gets back in office. But these women get in their big SUVs with their tinted windows and they go back to their penthouse apartments or to their mansions in New Jersey, and they're so out of touch. They don't think about the rest of the country between Los Angeles and New York, okay? They live in their elite, liberal bubble, and I think that's perfect for Meghan Markle because she also lives in Montecito, which is this wealthy enclave. She lives in a massive mansion with security and staff and chefs and her, prince that she's married to, Prince Harry, who used to be the most eligible bachelor on earth. So I think Meghan Markle, I'm not shocked that she's reached out to The View, and let me read you a little bit about what's going on. So back in March, Joy Behar actually said there's something about Meghan Markle that triggers people, and she suggested that it could stem from jealousy because we all wanted to marry a prince, so everyone is jealous of her. Is that it? Well, yes. Back in the day, when Prince Harry was the most eligible ginger bachelor, I think people wanted him. Now you look at Prince Harry, he's like a little beta male bitch boy who has allowed this washed up actress named Meghan Markle with her scrawny legs and her little jean booty shorts to come in and torch the relationships he had with his family. Harry did that. People want to blame Meghan Markle. She's horrible. Y'all know I don't love Meghan Markle, okay? She's a liar. She accused the family of racism. She only lasted 18 months, and then she absconded to the United States. But Prince Harry, he's the one who allowed this woman to come in and take a wrecking ball to the relationship he had with his family. And now he says, boo-hoo, he can't go back to the UK. It's not safe. And then we find out the guy is walking around in broad daylight, ringing random doorbells. So all of these people are full of crap. I think Joy Behar and Meghan Markle are a match made in heaven. I hope she joins The View because it'll give us nothing but great fodder to discuss. Meghan Markle, she's an expert on nothing. Okay, she's an expert on absolutely nothing and everything she touches turns to crap. But let's put her on The View and get her opinion on current affairs. That sounds great. Now, this last story is a little more niche, okay? If you're not super into the royal family, bear with me though, because you'll be able to relate to this a little bit, okay? In our own lives, we can all relate to this in some way, shape, or form. So apparently, Sophie is married to Prince Edward. Well, she was upgraded from the Countess of Wessex to the Duchess of Edinburgh, okay? She got a little bit of a promotion. This is a big deal. But let me tell you why it's important. So both Queen Elizabeth and Queen Camilla previously held this title, but what this title means for Sophie, beautiful Sophie, is that she no longer has to curtsy to Meghan Markle, okay? In the line of succession, she no longer has to curtsy to Meghan Markle, okay? That is a booyah moment. We've all been there in life, okay? Whether it's a boss or someone you don't like who's higher in the pecking order than you are, you're tired of having to kiss the ring, having to be nice all the time. She doesn't want to curtsy anymore to this washed up Duchess, wannabe Duchess of Scamelot if she ever comes over to the UK. Could you imagine you're British royalty, born and raised in the UK, you revere the crown, you revere the monarchy, as Sophie and Prince Edward do. Of course, we love Prince Edward. Could you imagine Meghan Markle comes back to the UK and you have to curtsy to her? You have to curtsy to Meghan Markle. So apparently Sophie is happy about this, okay? Sophie is relieved. Her friend revealed to reporters, according to Hello magazine, she no longer has to curtsy to someone in the family who has not only left royal duties, but has spent the past 3 years criticizing the institution that Sophie worked so hard to support. Because all of these royals, they do their royal engagements, right? They show up for a million charities, they cut their ribbons, they manage their businesses and their households and all of that. Meghan Markle didn't want to do that. She was lazy. Okay, she's so lazy she can't even sell her jams, jellies, and dog biscuits. But now Sophie no longer has to curtsy to Meghan Markle. I think King Charles should just make a sweeping rule that nobody has to curtsy to Meghan Markle. Why should they have to curtsy? To basically a washed up reality star whose Netflix deal is already canceled. Okay, nobody should have to curtsy to her. But that concludes our quick royal roundup. We can all relate. Okay, we can all relate to having a boss or someone who's above us that we feel like we have to kiss the ring and treat with all of this respect and, give lip service to. No more. No more does she have to curtsy to Meghan Markle. And I imagine she is very happy about that. So congratulations, Sophie, on your new title. And I hope, Meghan Markle, you go and join The View because I think that's a perfect place for you. I think that is a perfect show for you to be on.